Yo, what up? Today's been a day of just editing, mostly script, modifying, stuff like that. Script writing, I should say. Doesn't make for engaging content to show for the daily vlog. However, good news, I think that the video will be out sooner than I was expecting. I was expecting about 5 to 7 days, might be out in about 3 or 4 perhaps. I just gotta stay on the grind. Anywho, I want to take a quick break to do something that I have no business doing. Just the other day, I released my manga's chapter 2. It's on the wall behind me. It disgustingly took me a year to make. And I was looking into all the stuff that I'll have to do to get chapter 3 in motion. And I realized that I lose a lot of time just making the scaffolding for the chapter. It's probably somewhere in the order of like 2 to 4 weeks, working at about an hour a day, 4 hours a week. And I want to change that. The concept here is turning a month's worth of work, into an hour's worth. I think we can do it, and it's actually healthy for you. I like to say all the time, an hour of experimenting a day keeps the burnout away, okay? So let's get into it. First and foremost, what is this so-called manga scaffolding that I mentioned? So here are a few examples. You can see on the left is kind of the scaffolding, and then on the right is the final product. Now these scaffolding, they're a lot more involved than how I usually do them. I think I just had to do them this detailed because it was a new setting for the artist, and I'm pretty particular. But usually scaffolding is just explaining what's happening in the cell. Here's one of them. Here's another one. As you can see on the left, again, scaffold. On the right is the final. And then here's the last one. Pretty bare bones. Just has a lot of positioning. And sometimes the artist takes liberties, as you can see on this one here. And so what I'm looking to do is make a app that I can input how many cells are required for the page, what is the text that goes onto the cells, and then an app can spit out like a draft, if you will, randomly generated draft that I can look at and then tweak it based on the initial starting condition. And I don't think that it's too difficult to accomplish. And I also don't think that it's, or shall I say, I think it'll be very helpful as an initial starting condition. Because if you look at this page, right, versus this page, they both have 6 cells total, right? The only thing that changed slightly is the arrangement of the cells, right? The middle row favors the left cell in this one, favors the right cell in that one. This one on the bottom, it favors the right cell. This one favors the left cell. So in terms of like minute details into like picking what cells goes where, I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I'm simply just going to pass in a bunch of different configurations for 6 cells, a bunch of different configurations for 5 cells, 3 cells, 2 cells, right? And then it's just going to randomly pick them and then place them. And then I can I can kind of envision what it would look like. And then I can tweak it. I can just tweak the data file to use like certain different cells. And then maybe in the future, if this proves to be like a useful tool and it does save me a lot of time, I can improve upon it. So maybe add some intelligence in there where it figures out what is the best cell layout given the action of the panel. But at the moment, I think it's really simple. Just randomly choose the layout based on how many cells there are, put the text in the cells, compile it all together, and give me something to look at. So I can feel where we're headed with that initial starting position. And see, the beautiful thing is that I already have all the pages mapped out for chapter 3. I just have to now organize it all. In fact, I think I have up to like chapter 5 completely mapped out. And the data that I just showed you, it even has the number of cells and all that stuff too. The only thing that's not figured out is the blocking, the camera positions and stuff like that. So hopefully, who knows, maybe once we're done with this project in an hour or two, I will have a good starting position feel on what the next 3 chapters will feel like, which is very mind-boggling to think about if true. Because this process usually takes me like anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. So let's make some progress. Enough yapping. So the first decision I need to make is what engine am I going to use? I thought immediately that I would use Python for this, but In terms of graphics, I think Unity, in terms of my skill set is concerned, would be much easier for me to accomplish this. But I think bar none, Python is far more powerful, and it doesn't have like a lot of load bloat and all that stuff. I need to think on this. Maybe chat with some LLMs. All right, we've did it. Check it out. So I got this folder here, and I got this script here. I can just hit that bb.py, and it generates a bunch of pages in the scaffolding form that I can very quickly just go through and read how the story is progressing. This is beautiful. I love code. I fucking love code. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do, but as a starting point, this is beautiful. It's going to save me so much time. One of the biggest issues that I have at the moment is that I do a lot of the scripting on Notion, and there's not a simple pipeline to get like the Notion script to my Python scripts without having to do like manual labor, which is pretty annoying. So I might move it all over to something else so that handoff is much easier. But this that I just showed you, just these 5 pages alone, this would take me at least like 3 days to get the layout. Like one page is a good like 25 minutes just to go into Photoshop and then get the right shape and get the outlines and then add the text, and it's a good like 20 minutes. So, and I only work on it about, if I even do it, an hour a day. Honestly, a lot less than that. I work on it probably like a couple hours a week. So this is exciting. First step to victory. I need to work on adding a bunch more page layouts. Let me show you what that looks like really fast. These are the page layouts. It's just a bunch of rectangles, basically. And I can't wait to add more and grow this and add more functionality to say like, hey, I don't like this layout, try another one. I don't like this one, try another one. Oh, I love this one. It's going to speed up so much. I'm excited. Add some borders. That's all the work that I'm doing this for today. Come back on for another one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.